Hello, hello. You're listening to the HammondCast show. Jon Hammond at the microphone, keeping you company for the next 45 minutes. Here on KYCY and KYOU at 1550 AM on the dial, San Francisco, California. But I'm broadcasting to you today from lovely Ancona, Italy, by the sea. And we really are by the sea here at the Hotel Sporting, which is really very sporty. We're just yards from the ocean, and it's a beautiful setting. We just got in from Vienna, Austria, where we had a couple of really nice days seeing the sights, and I got to hang out with my old friend Joris Doodley, the great jazz drummer who you've heard on this show with his band Earth Jazz Agents, co-led by saxophonist Vincent Herring from Brooklyn. And coincidentally, they were playing at the top jazz club in Vienna the night that we got in there, Porgy and Bess Club, which is really a beautiful club, fantastic sound system. Everything was top notch there, and the band sounded fantastic. So we checked out 2 sets of their band, and then we headed over to Jazzland, which is a club that's been in existence since the early 70s, and it was the occasion of my old friend, great tenor saxophonist Heinz von Herman. It was Heinz's 70th birthday, and we got to be there with him and his wife Katrin, and he was really surprised to see me and my girlfriend show up out of the blue in Vienna, Austria, to help him kick in the 70th year. And he played a gig there with his band, and he's got some fantastic records out on the label called Jazz Ahead, and we're going to be playing some of Heinz's music on this program today. So we got some really great stuff lined up here for you. I want to thank you all for tuning in, and we're going to kick off the show with something that we did in Osaka, Japan, in a very interesting organ lounge club that I was surprised when we got there. I found that it was called Rug Time. I had been told it was called Lag Time, and we think that perhaps they might have originally meant ragtime, but there it was on the marquee, larger than life, Rug Time, and there wasn't a carpet in the place when we got there, but there was a mint condition Hammond B3 organ, and I got to sit in with the nice cats there who play with the organist Midori Ono and our friend Osamu Yamamoto. He provides the organ there, and the guitarist you're going to hear on this track is Hidefumi Noze, and the drummer, his name, I can't pronounce it right now, but it's up on YouTube and Google Video. Check that out. That's the Rugtime clip, Jon Hammond, and that's John with no H, you know. So check out our clip at Rugtime, and you'll see all the information of the musicians. And this is one of my favorite old compositions, the theme song from the movie The Sandpiper, done as a bossa nova in Osaka, Japan at Rugtime. Here I am at the B3 organ with the cats doing The Shadow of Your Smile, and it goes like this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, my lord.
Jon Hammond なんです。
Hello, hello, hello. You're listening to the HammondCast show on our favorite station in the nation, KYOU Radio at 1550 on the AM dial in San Francisco, California, and streaming all over the world on the internet at www.kyouradio.com. Jon Hammond behind the microphone, keeping you company for the next 45 minutes. And you got your radio at the right place on the dial, because this is where we bring you the best in funk, soul, and blues. And folks, I got something really special from the archives I'm going to kick off the show with today. So I would like to ask you to take out your pencils and paper, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, because Al Jazzbo Collins is going to tell you his famous beer bread recipe. So pay close attention, because you'll be able to make some fantastic sourdough bread with only 3 ingredients. And maybe even I can do this. I'm not real great in the kitchen, but I'm going to give it a try. So I'm going to turn it over to my main man, Al Jazzbo Collins, and he's going to tell you how to make that beer bread. Here we go now.
Hey, Jazzbo.
Hello.
You know, with all this bread that they need down here at the station, it reminds me that a lot of friends of mine have been coming up to me and saying, I tune in the Jazzbo Collins Show every week, and I've been waiting for that cool recipe for the bread, the beer bread,
Yeah.
I haven't heard that in a while. How about bringing a little bread down to the station, a little beer bread?
Yeah, beer bread recipe. Of course, I used to do that all the time. I'll do it before we leave the air tonight.
Oh, great. That'll make a lot of people happy out there, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, they can bake a good loaf of bread with no trouble at all. Tonight, and I hate to spring this on you, I promised I would do the beer bread recipe before I left the air, and I have only about 7 minutes, so I'm going to do it because I can do it in about a minute. So in order to bake a beautiful loaf of fine sourdough bread, using only 3 simple, easy-to-get ingredients, do the following. You take 3 cups of self-rising flour. Make sure it's self-rising flour, because if you don't, you're going to end up with some concrete. So 3 cups of self-rising flour and 2 tablespoons of sugar, and 1 can or bottle of beer, 12 ounces. 1 can or bottle of beer, 12 ounces, at room temperature. Mix the 3 ingredients together. That's all you need. 3 cups of flour, self-rising, 1 bottle or can of beer, 12 ounces, 2 tablespoons of sugar. Mix those ingredients. When you get them together, make a little lump of dough out of them and put them in a buttered loaf pan, a 9-inch buttered loaf pan, and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Then put that in the oven and close the door after you get it up to temperature, and give it 1 hour. And then let it come out after that and cool down, and you've got some beer bread that has been around the world 3 or 4 times now.
All right. You heard it on the HammondCast show. Yeah, Al Jazzbo Collins. Thank you, Jazzbo, for telling us how to make your famous beer bread. So I'm going to check it out, and I hope all our listeners will give it a go, and we hope it won't come out like concrete. Follow the instructions closely, folks. Thank you very much for joining us on the HammondCast here at KYOU, otherwise known as Jon Hammond's Afternoon Slide. And sometimes we're doing it in the middle of the night, too, when you can't sleep. Be sure and turn on the radio, 1550, or on your computer, KYOUradio.com. We'll do our best to keep you company. Yeah, back in the archives, I found another recording that I'm going to bust out now. And this is a tune that some of you who know me might know this tune, but you haven't heard this version. In fact, I haven't heard this version for many years. And a good friend of ours played bass on this. His name was John Whitelaw. Unfortunately, he passed away last year. And I'm really happy to find that I do have a recording with John Whitelaw on bass. And we had a band together when I was 15, 16 years old called Hot Mush, featuring Brown Sugar on vocals. And he He was one of the greatest bass players that came out of the Bay Area. Studied down at Cal Arts, and so you'll be able to hear him on this old recording. And also Frank Beiner on vocals is going to bring you a positive message on this. He passed away too, unfortunately, so but he's going to bring you a positive message on my tune Get Back in the Groove on KYOU 1550 AM.
This song is dedicated to all the people who've been through bad times, trials and tribulations. You know, there's gonna be a better way. So just get back up into the scene, back into the groove. Ooh, yeah, you can make it if you try. When love's been cruel and you feel like a fool and you don't know just which way to go. Your luck is down and you feel like a clown. Remember one rule you should know. You gotta get back in the groove. Get up on your feet and begin to succeed. There's no reason to feel bad. Just find the cure and you'll feel glad. The time is now, so take your bow. Remember you're gonna make it somehow. You gotta get back in the groove. Get up on your feet and begin to succeed. You gotta get back in the groove. Find faith in yourself and begin to believe. Get back in the groove and get back in the scene. When love's been cruel and you feel like a fool and you don't know just which way to go. Your luck is down and you feel like a clown. Remember there's one rule you should know. You gotta get back in the groove. You gotta get back. You gotta get back in the groove right now.
All right, you're getting back in the groove with Jon Hammond on Jon Hammond's Afternoon Slide on KYOU Radio. Now we're going to go back a little bit further. That was a 1981 recording. Now we're going to go all the way back 31 years ago is when we made this recording. Well, with my neighbor at the time, Bob Scott, the original drummer from Dan Hicks and the Hot Licks, and my old friend Mark Baum on tenor saxophone. My
Thank you very much, everybody. Whoa, there's a lot of people here. Out of sight. All right, NAM people, out of sight. 2026 NAM. First time on the band. How about it for Wilson Brooks? Wilson Brooks from the East Bay area. My man, all right. Putting it right where I like it. All the way from Tokyo, Japan. Give it up for Koi Tanaka. Tanaka-san. Yeah, man. He's the greatest. He's really... You know, when Stevie Wonder heard him play here at the NAMM show, they were instant brothers from other mothers. Yeah, Koi, thank you for coming, man. Oh, wow. All the way from New York City, my neighbor and my longtime friend in the string section. Nobody plays guitar like this guy. That's Joe Berger, the Burgermeister, everybody. And thank you very much to TV Jones for that guitar. It's like an old friend. That's the pickup tester, and he's testing pickups every time he twings that guitar. From Lake Elsinore, my good friend, wonderful saxophone player. I never have to worry at all about him because it's Jason Weber, and he is the workingest cat in the Los Angeles area. And Lake Elsinore, if you ever go up there, look him up because he's known as Jason Weber Sax. So they don't call him Sax for nothing, right? Thank you very much for coming from the lake, Jason. And also from New Jersey, my longtime friend, my original band, we go way, way back when we had Bernard Purdy on the band at McKell's, and he played with Donny Hathaway and so many different great, great people. He carries the spirit of all of them with him, and I am so happy that he's here. Chuggy Carter on the congas and percussion, everybody. I'm so proud of these cats, and we're going to feature the rhythm section on this next thing. Folks, I want to remind you, I've been watching the news, and we got problems all over the world. I got a problem right here.